Hello and welcome to Catherine's Garden and Home. And I am going to plant out today the caladiums. Today it is 58 degrees here in the Boston area. I am in zone 6, and so the next couple of days it's going to start to warm up. Today, right now, it's 58 in the daytime, but as the week progresses and into next week, it's going to reach the 70s. Our nighttime temperatures are also getting warmer. We're heading into the 50s. We're like 49, 48 at night, and then we'll be in the 50s. So what I want to do is get the bulbs started, or the Corms started, and then I'm going to put them in the greenhouse. And that way at nighttime they will be warm and protected, but then during the day they will get that heat that they love, because caladiums love it when it's 70 and above. They really thrive in the heat and they love warm soil. So I have two different types. I have this one here, and this is called Caroline Wooten, and I'm going to plant this one in. And I also have another type that is called, let me get it for you. Here it is, and it's slightly different. It's called the Florida Cardinal, and you can see that it has a lot of red in the center and green around the edges. And then this one is speckled, and I love them both. This has more of a pink field. So I'm going to place them in different parts of the garden. This will go more in the front gardens where I have a lot of pink and beautiful roses that will be pink and that fuchsia color. And then in the red, with the red, I'm going to put that more so in the back and side gardens, or maybe in the front, we'll see. And that will definitely work well with all of my red plants that I have that I'm planning to put in the garden. So I want to get them started, and this is really a good deal. I got this from Costco, and there's 10 of them, 10 of the Caladium Corms in each package, and they come in this package, and then I've just taken them out of the sawdust that they were in, and I've decided to let them soak for a little while just to help to plump them up a bit and let them get some moisture. So right now they are here sitting in water for a little bit, and then I'm going to plant them, or actually put them in these pots here that I have. These were from my chrysanthemums pots that I have, and these are, I believe, 6-inch pots that I saved. Yep, I'm repurposing them, and what I'm going to do is fill them up and then put them away and let them sit until it's nice and warm, when the nighttime temperatures are at least in the 50s, if not 60s, and then I'm going to put them around the garden. I like growing them in pots because that way at the end of the season, if I wanted to, I could save the Corms, and I just know where they are. If I see that they're outgrowing the pots, I can also put them directly into the ground. So that's what I'm working on right now, and it just felt like I needed to show you all and have you come along with me in the process. Plus, it's just a beautiful day here in my garden, in Catherine's Garden and Home, where we grow, 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 grow together. And if you have not subscribed to my channel, why don't you subscribe? Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and come on back and join me as we go through this journey of intentional gardening here for this season of 2024. I really do love gardening, and I love being outside and enjoying the fresh air, and I love planting flowers, vegetables, herbs, you name it, shrubs, trees, all of it. Whatever I see that makes sense in my garden, that's what I want to add, and what gives me beauty and happiness. All right, so let's get planting, and I'll show you as much as I can. So that you have an idea of what the Corms look like, this is what it looks like. And you can tell that at the bottom it has a really smooth bottom, and it's almost like a cup shape. And then the tops, this is where the stems will come up. I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We should have at least 6 different stems coming up from this. So when I plant it, I'm going to plant it like this. Here's my hand, here's the soil, and you kind of just push it in the soil and put like a small layer of soil over it. And that's it. As simple as that. But as I said, I just want them to kind of just sit in the water and plump up and get ready for their new home. The instructions on the package say how to plant, and it says, simple as ever, dig a hole to the required depth, set the bulbs in place, and replace soil and add water. It's pretty much that simple, because bulbs are pretty smart. They know how to figure things out. And if you happen to do it the wrong way, or you don't know which way is up, then you just put it on the side like this. Instead of putting it flat like this, you might want to just rest it on the side if you're not sure of what is the upside and what is the bottom. When planting caladium, plant caladium in a rich, well-drained soil in the garden or in potting mix. And I have potting mix here right now that I'm going to use. Potting mix for containers, such as a damp mix of soil and peat. Garden soil should be similarly rich and well-drained. The ideal soil pH is slightly acidic at 5.5 to 6.2. And I got this information from the web, from Knowledge. More on thespruce.com. That's where I got that information. So this is what my soil looks like here. Hopefully you can see that. I used compost, that I have some rich compost. I have some potting soil, also some fertilizer, a little bit of the Miracle Grow fertilizer, and I used also the soilless mix. I added into the soil this that I got from the Dollar Tree. It's called Natural and Organic Expanding Soil Alternative, and it makes 3 quarts of compacted, lightweight, excellent soil alternative, and it's good for potting things up. So it will help with the drainage. It has like peat in it, and the ingredients is 100% coconut and natural wood fibers. So that is what this mix is here, and I believe that will definitely be good enough for these wonderful caladiums, the caladium bulbs, that they will appreciate that. And then of course I'll be able to add more fertilizer to them or whatever else they need, so that they can grow thick and luscious and beautiful. Now I'm not going to overfill this pot because I don't want it to waste. I don't want to waste the soil. So I'm not going to put a whole lot of soil in here. Just enough. Rock in there. Good thing about planting outside, you could just toss the soil, toss anything that you don't like right into the ground there. All right, so here is, let's see, let's use this one. So here is the chrome. I think that's what they call it anyway. And I'm just going to place it just like this. You can't even tell the difference, right? But I'm going to just place it in like that. Then I'm going to take a scoop of the soil here and just sprinkle it on top, lightly like that. And that's it. And then water it in. Just as simple as that. So I'm going to finish the rest and then I'll work on the next one. So I'm just going to put 3 of them in here because they're small. And like this one, it's kind of hard to tell what side is up, but I believe that's the bumpy side. So I'm going to just place it right in here like that. And then I'm going to just add some of this compost and rich soil, potting, and peat mixture that I put together. And that's it. That's just as simple as it is. Then I'm going to just add some water, just water them in. So this is the last of the 10. What I did was that I put 3 in one of them, another one, because of the fact that they were small. And then the large ones, I gave them their own single pot. So this is what I'm doing here, and now I have one more bag to go. So this is from Longfield Gardens, and I purchased them at Costco. Costco is where I got the Corms. And it comes in a bag like this with sawdust. And what needs to happen is that I'm going to go through and take them out. And I want to soak them a little bit before I want to soak them in water here before I put them in the soil, because that will help them to plump up and they'll be ready to grow. They will be hydrated. That's the idea, is to hydrate them. So the one that I'm going to be working on is this one, Caroline Wharton, and it's really beautiful. I'm going to place them in pots that I'm recycling, and also in the soil that I've put together there. So let me get busy with that, and then I'll show you the end product. Well, I'll inform you as I go along, but then I'll show you what it looks like in the end. And I might even show you where I'm going to place them. I'm going to have to do some work on that, but eventually where they may go. Now, these Corms are a little bit larger than the others. These are the Caroline Whartons, yes, and these are just a little bit larger than the other ones. Look at that. It's a really good size there. And you can see it coming up here. Yeah. And then this one here. Yeah, so they might need their own individual pot. I'm going to see how far I can stretch things here. But I'm going to let them soak for a little bit. So I finished potting up the caladiums. Altogether I have 20 caladiums, and I put 6 of them. I have 6 pots here with the Florida cardinals, and I ended up with 7 pots of the Caroline Wharton. I am very happy with the results, and I'm going to keep you informed of how they're growing and what is next for them. I put them in these 2 cartons because I'm going to cover them with some plastic that I have, and I'm going to actually put it out in the garden, find a sunny location in the garden and allow them to sit out there, and they will grow, and it's going to be really pretty here in my garden, in Catherine's garden and home, where we grow, 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 grow together. I am excited about the process, and I have so much more to do. I have to still unpack my cannas, and also I have some calla lilies that I had from a long time ago that I also want to plant and pot up. So continue to follow me here at Catherine's Garden and Home. Have a good day. Bye. You can hear those birds singing, huh? They are loving it here in the garden, in Catherine's Garden and Home.